And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Fields. Brought in close to the 8. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll try and punch it in. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Here he goes on the bootleg. And he will score. Touchdown, New York! The Jets pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Carlson adds the extra point. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And his choice to leave the end zone going to cost him a small chunk here as he's out shy of that 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A give to Mixon up the middle. He breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. That was Jermaine Johnson there to make the play. Call it no gain on 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun now for Stroud. That's caught. Devon Achane. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Taking a deep shot here. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Jamin Davis.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off play action, it's Fields. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Big game downfield. And in, touchdown, New York. Carlson now to add one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets drive out to an early 14-0 lead. all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. And he opts not to bring this one out. Good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. He's throwing deep to the left. Brought in inside the 20. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans making a 1-score game. Nico Collins with the touchdown. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Xavier Gibson now to return. A reverse on the opening kickoff. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st down from the 31. Fields out of the gun. Someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Taken away by the rookie from USC.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Handoff running left, Achane. And he's able to work this down to the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Second down carry for Achane. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Here's Stroud now. He sends this one to the end zone. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
This is an excellent job, Kate, right here by the defense to deny that big play and make them earn it offensively. If they want to reach the end zone, they're going to have to scrap and fight right through them.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now it's Stroud. Oh no, they get him yet again. Quincy Williams has it. Has a hole left, room to run. And he makes the Huts go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers players coming to play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk. He could do some serious damage.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets double their lead to 14. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Has this at the 6. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achan. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Achan gets this on the draw. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they're going to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Second and 10 now. Hauled in by Olave, left side. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That's Matthew Judon in on the tackle. Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. This is complete to Olave. He gets loose down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Chris Olave with the touchdown. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Xavier Gipson now to return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Trying to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Fairbairn now for the PAT. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Fields coming back after the pick. Flushed out of the pocket. Thrown on the run. He's got it deep downfield. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Offense in the hurry up here.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kamari Lassiter with the pick. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Gibson now to return. Here's a reverse. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Here we go. Keep those sticks moving.
Back to the air following the pick six. Wangu on the catch. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Buys time, rolling right. That pass caught by Wangu. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. And it's the Jets looking at a 4th and 5. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in prime time. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be Texans football. First down, ball at the 36. Running left, here's H.A. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinton Williams. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offense offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains. They want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Let's see what they went with on third down. From the gun, Stroud. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll be touchdown after a big play. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And no one had a shot at that. It's out the back of the end zone, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He's looking deep once again. He's got it inside the 10. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
First down from the red zone. And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans will add to their lead at the end of the half. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Texans double their lead to 14. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Gibson now to return. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Gibson now to return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go. All right.
Play action, Fields. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Texans get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
First down, Stroud. Buying some time right. He's running with it.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Running with A-Chain out of the gun. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Stroud now on third. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their...
And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans push their lead further to start the half. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans stretch their lead to 21. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Has him on the quick hitter. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 2 yards on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. So I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. On target to his man Taylor. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They send the tight end in motion. First down throw for Fields. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Quick throw to the left is complete. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down, ball at the 36. Another throw for Fields. Caught near the goal line. And that's a New York touchdown. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets get it back to a 14-point game. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. And that kick goes out of bounds. They're going to get great field position out of this. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. First and 10 from the 41. Here's Achane. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second and 6 coming up here. They send a receiver in motion right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now, first round. On the move, headed right. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it'll be Jets football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Fields. He's got... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, speaking from experience here, what happens now with the 3rd sack allowed, especially on an early down like that, is that head coach and coordinator going to have a conversation. Okay, we got to fix this. Do we slide? Do we chip? Do we keep more people in?
That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Carlson now to add one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Achane up the middle. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Quincy Williams making the tackle.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
3rd down run from Achane. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
We've reached the end of the third. The Texans set to punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Fair catch hauled in at the 18-yard line. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Fields. This one finds Taylor. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He picks up 28 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Trying the right side. And they were on him from the start. He's brought down for a massive loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Fields out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. Their punter making his way out now. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be their football coming up. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A-chain on the inside give. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run. And that sets up 2nd and 2. From the 31. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And he reaches the 35 before going out. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's A-chain running right. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
A-chain again on 2nd. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. to the ground. No gain there, and that'll bring up 4th and a few. They're out now, ready to punt it.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from his own end zone. Finds him over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. To the line we go. They're set 1st and 10. A pistol snap, Fields. Yet another interception, and that could be what does it.
Interception by the Texans. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A-Chain running to the right. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. He keeps it himself. And that'll be enough for the 1st as they touch him down. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Texans leading by 7. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. A give to Mixon up the middle. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal. And right away, we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Mixon. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Again, the give to Mixon. Dives for the end zone, and he makes it. Touchdown! The Texans go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's got it inside the 25. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets now within one score in the fourth. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Approaching 90 seconds remaining in this game. Not much time. They've got to get this one back. And the Texans secure that kick, no problem. Ooh, had to have that onside kick. Got one timeout, but not much time left. This one kind of feels like it's over.
Not a whole lot they can do, but you can't give up. Not a time to look at the clock. You got that one timeout. You got to do all you can and really hope and pray this offense fumbles the snap or screws it up here in the final minutes.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They'll stick with A-Chain. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. The Texans only moments away from finalizing their win as they take a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Texans come away with the road win. And just a week after